Hey guys, welcome to a Wilds of Eldraine draft and potentially my first YouTube video. And I say potentially because I did a recording a couple days ago, but the commentary was so bad that I just can't upload that. But for pack 1, pick 1, we have a couple of options. We could take the Torch the Tower, which is probably the most efficient removal spell. Or we could take the rare, we could take Godrek, it's a 3/3 haste. And whenever you get Celebration, it becomes a 4/4 dragon with flying and fire breathing. The other good cards are obviously Vanguard, Ruby's two colors, Cut In, the Witch is okay. The main issue with this pack is I think the best three cards are all red, so it is passing an awkward signal. But I'm just gonna pick the Torch the Tower. It's just the best card. Pick 2. Our rare is Cruel Somnophage. It's okay. Nothing to write home about. So the best cards in this pack, I believe, are Gingerbread Hunter and the Fawn. Curse of Werewolf is also good, and Spellstutter is great in the Fairies deck. I think I like the Gingerbread Hunter. It's a removal spell and a 5/5 with the food. So both sides of this card is pretty good. Alright, pick 3. Got another Torch the Tower. And I think that's the best card in the pack. Our rare is, or I guess mythic in this case, is Virtue of Courage, which is also solid. A 2-mana deal 2 to anything is a good spell. The other side can be solid if you have something like a catapult that can deal 1 damage to the opponent every turn, and it kind of lets you draw extra cards, get some extra value. But normally it's just 2-mana deal 2. Uh, Second pick will probably be either the Brave of the Wilds or the Glass Casket. A little bit of a drop off here in pick 4. I think the strongest cards are either the Sweet Tooth Witch or the Celebrant. Leaning towards the Witch here. Yeah, not too much to say about this pack. I think I'll just take the Witch and see what we keep getting past. And another sort of weak pack. Don't mind one Horseman if I'm playing black. Light's Blaze is a okay removal spell. But the red is not amazing, and it's a little awkward because we already have 2 Torch the Towers and we want to be red. This might be a little weird, but I think I'm going to lean towards the Horseman because we have the Witch and the Gingerbread Hunter. So maybe cutting off black might reward us next pack. Okay, there's a few good picks here for pick 6. The Familiar. As a, all the adventures are 2 spells, so most adventures are just pretty good. And dealing 1 damage in this format is pretty relevant. Hopeless Nightmare if I want to stay black. This is a solid bargain. Solid 2 bargain, sorry. And then Red Cap Thief is I've gone a lot higher on this card as the format's gone on. It gives you a bargain card and it triggers Celebration, which is relevant in most of the red decks. There's also Curse the Werefox. I think I'm just gonna take the black card here. Stick black and see what we get past. I think the trainee is the best card here, and I think it's a good sign that red might still be open. Otherwise, Scream Puff is a solid top end card that can help you stabilize in the late game. Now, Gatekeeper is a sign for blue, but we don't really have any blue cards that we've been picking up, and I don't love blue in this format. I think I'm just gonna take the Flick a Coin as a solid red card. Now there's another Flick the Coin, the Ruby Wield. Not dead after all, quick study, or I could just rare draft a little bit. I don't know if I want to flick the coins. I could hedge a little and take the tracker. Pick 10. I think I'm gonna take the rare here. Not losing out on too much. And this can get pretty big. Pick up the grotto in case we maybe just go 3 colors. And the last few picks are probably irrelevant. Okay, pack 2, we open Beseech the Mirror. It's like a 4 mana demonic tutor, and if you bargain something, you get to play something with mana 4 or less for free. But again, I don't think it's a great mythic. I think I'm just gonna pick up another Torch the Tower. Nothing else. At least we have 3 Torch the Towers in our deck. Pick 2 if we got Trainee or Thief. Other good cards are the Hopeful Vigil. Now see what this card does actually. Skip your draw step. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library face down. Put that card into your hand at the beginning of your next upstep. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be that good in this deck, so Trainee is a great 2-drop, and if you do end up in some red-black deck, you usually want to be pretty aggressive. Prodigy. This is a solid rare, and again, we got 3 pretty solid blue cards. But there's also an apple, so our options is like to take the rare and maybe switch into blue here, or I could just take the apple and it'll be good in the red-black aggressive deck. I mean, our black isn't amazing, so I kind of do like taking the Prodigy, and maybe we end up red-blue instead. Pick 4. Virtue and Knowledge is not good. So other options is, again, if we want to maybe dive into the blue, I think Into the Fate is one of the better cards in this pack. But I could also take the Brave the Wilds and go more red-green as well and splash the Prodigy, which I actually think I do like doing here because I have seen a few green stuff go a little late. Okay, maybe I'm going a little all over the place now because there's a 5th pick Regal Bunnycorn. I mean, it's a rabbit unicorn. How can you pass this thing? But there's also a safe pick of the Grand Ball Gas because we know we're red something. Or red X. We don't know what that X is yet. There's also a Princess Takes Fights. Like the 2 best cards in this pack are white. I feel like I might regret this, but I think I'm gonna just take the Grand Ball Gas because we know we're red. We're already hedging on other colors. So just take something we'll know we'll play. And hopefully it works out. Pick 6, you gotta Hurt the Elemental. Easily the best card in this pack. And, you know, it's great when you're going aggressive, you dump out your hand, and all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I'm in top deck mode, opponent stabilizing. Top deck a Hurt the Elemental, and you're back in the game. 2 mana, draw 2 a lot of the time. Yeah, here we're looking at the Werefox, the Witch's Mark, or the Monstrosity, depending on which direction we want to go. I do think Werefox is actually a good enough sign that maybe green is open, and I do like it in a red-green, like aggressive deck as well. So I'm gonna just take it because it has a little bit more power than the other 2 cards. But I do like 1 Witch's Mark in these decks a lot of the time. But now in this pack we see no red or green. And we still see some blue. We could take the Gatekeeper. Or we could just take the Monstrosity. obviously I took the Gatekeeper there because I could still see us, like, I kind of see us going red green as a base and splashing some of the blue cards. Brave the Wild is also good here. We do need I think we do need a little more bargain fodder. Right now we have the 2 trainees, the Flick the Coin, but not much else. I don't think we'll splash for these blue cards, and it doesn't seem like we're gonna play white, so I'll just take the Titanic Growth. Put in the sideboard for now, but we could totally run it. The Dragon Wheeling is pretty crazy, but that is a little harder to splash because it's double blue. But I will take it because we are not playing any of the other cards. Take the Collector Bolt, the blue card, and last pick Witch. Act 3, we open a Blossoming Tortoise. It's okay. 4 mana 3/3, that'll probably ramp you. And whenever it attacks, it might ramp you again, but I don't think it's pick 1 worthy. I'm either looking at the Scavenger or the pack. There is a Troyan, but being base red, don't really want to splash a Troyan. Troyan? However you pronounce that. I think I'll take the pack. I've been really impressed with this card. Song of Toten Tans? You know what? I really noticed that I kind of just have a idea of what cards' names are, but because I never say them out loud, I actually don't. But Song of Totentans, create X/1/1 rat creature tokens with haste. It's a good way to close out a game, and it's definitely a good rare. This rare is worth picking pack 1, pick 1, so I will take it here for sure. Pack 3, could take a Fawn or a Twisted Fealty. We did pass up Twisted Fealty already, so I feel like we could actually get one on the wheel. But there's also a Sewer Witch, which is kind of roping me back into the black. Because with that, and our trainees, and the song now, making all our 1/1s 2/2s with Wicked rolls is actually very relevant. So I know I'm waffling a little bit here, but I think I'm going to take it. We could take a Sellsword here and hopefully wheel one of those steel effects we passed. But there's also a cut in. And we are lacking on big removal. Though obviously cut in doesn't hit anything, it is better than Torch the Tower. This is a close pick, but I think I'm gonna take the cut in because the young hero roll is so relevant. When you curve into a cut in, it just puts you in such a great position. We got another Earth Elemental. We got a Totentans number 2, different Totentans. I know I'm butchering that, but it is what it is. Or we could just take another pack. I think it's between the Elemental and the pack for me here. And maybe I'm overrating this card, but I think I'm gonna take the pack. Probably gonna cut the blue as well. Hopefully we wheel one of these. Here, got a few more good options. I like Rat Thief, Rat Out, Dragon Mantle can be okay, Scream Puff can be okay as a 1-of as well. We already have 3 Torch the Tower, so I don't know if we need a Rat Out, but it does combo pretty nice with the Witch. I think I'm gonna pick the Thief because I will probably splash this Gingerbread Hunter. So our deck, I think, is looking something like this. This is a pretty easy Vermin. Yeah, not too much competition. Plus, this makes 2 rats for the Sewer Witch. Pick 8. How many 2s do we have? 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 2-drops, so I actually do think we take a Ranger. Because I didn't realize how low we were on 2s. I'm going to take the Twisted Fealty over the Redcap Thief, just in case we wield that creature that lets us fling one of our own, so we could always steal and fling. Nothing here for us, really. Pick 11. Maybe we play the Grim Search. Another Brave the Wilds. Unfortunately, looks like we are not gonna wield a fling card. Okay, here we are with our final, well, not our final deck, but close to our final deck. We just gotta make one cut. I don't think I cut any of the 2s, maybe the Battle Garb. Let's separate these by creature and non-creature. So potential cuts look like the Battle Garb or the Rowan's Grim Search. We're definitely not running 2 forests. In fact, I don't think we run any forest. So this is most likely a 3 mana -2/-2. And then if we have a treasure from Red Cap Thief or we have our grotto, we can cast out the other side. I think I'm gonna cut the Grim Search. Keep the Battle Garb to help our first strikers and all the rats get in. This Cruel Somnophage looks pretty weak as well. Especially because we exile a lot of the creatures we remove. But I don't have another 2-drop really. But I guess this doesn't count as a 2-drop, as it's very unlikely we will play it on 2. But yeah, I don't see any other cards I can replace for it. So I guess we'll keep it the way it is. Removing the forest. Adding them back in. I think 7, 8, and 9 and 1 look okay here. Maybe it's just better though. Maybe it's just safer, I guess, to have an 8-8 split though. Yeah, this looks like our final deck. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about it. I wish we had more 2-drops. If we had a few more 2-drops, I definitely think this is a great deck. But if we have efficient removal, we got a couple ways to close out the game with the Twisted Fealty and the Songs of Tans. So hopefully we can just go wide enough and beat down our opponents. On to game 1. Okay, game 1 on the play against Ned Slark. It's an okay hand. We got a Torch the Tower and a 2-drop. So we can actually cast Rat Trainee on turn 3, which is nice. In fact, next turn we could... Oh, I guess we can't go Trainee to Torch. We would need 1 more mana for that. But I guess we just go land and instant speed the Pest Problem on opponent's turn. A 2/3 defender is actually pretty good right now. But we do get to make 2 1/1s at the end of his turn. And then on our turn, we can play Trainee plus Garb and get the Celebration trigger the same turn. That's a good Torch target for sure. The opponent gets in for 3 here. Yep. I will not block. I think I'll still play out the Pest Problem to be mana efficient. And do the Cruel Somnophage. So I think I like torching swinging out with all and not playing the Garb this turn. We do not get to keep open a torch on opponent's turn, because this will tap us out of our red mana, which is a little unfortunate. Another good torch target, as it can exile it and they won't be able to get it back when an enchantment enters the battlefield. Especially that it has a wicked roll on it. I think I definitely want to torch it. Hopefully he attacks again for 3, and I can hit him for a lot more in the backswing. But unfortunately he does not. But I do have enough mana to just straight up play and equip the Garb. And I could pitch away, since the trainee will have 4 more power, I can pitch away the Somnophage here. Somnophage, sorry. Somnophage? Somnophage. Pitch away the Somnophage. And hopefully draw something better. Especially because he has a lantern on the board. This Somnophage is looking pretty damn weak, as it's gonna be a 0/0 and instantly die. But we can still swing in for 4 damage here, as this trainee has first strike and he will not be able to trade for it. Fealty is potentially a good draw. If he plays out something big, I might be able to just take it and swing out for a ton of damage. Don't like seeing a Feed the Cauldron though, as that is life gain, which will help them get later into the game. And we definitely, as an aggro deck, do not want the game to go too late. Nightmare is actually a good draw. He only has 1 card left, so we're definitely playing this out. So let's get that last card out of his hand. And I don't think I want to trade my Ranger for the Stalker, so I'll just equip one of the rats and attack him with that. His last card was a Horseman, so I was gonna say I'm surprised he didn't use the Adventure, but it's because he has 0 creatures in his yard, thanks to Torch the Towers. Re-equip the Battle Garb. And we're looking pretty okay right now. If we take the Menace, can we kill them? Let's see. We could twist Fealty, the Conceited Witch, put a Wicked counter on our rat, which will make it 4 attack. Then we can, during combat, we can pitch our swamp and draw a card, which is nice. But we'll swing out. They take... Probably trade with one of these and they only take 5 damage. Or 6 damage. I think I wait one more turn. Because I could just attack in with the rat this turn. And just hold on to my swamp. I'll activate the Hopeless Nightmare, or sacrifice the Hopeless Nightmare at the end of the turn. And hopefully we find something good with the Scries. Question is, do I play out this land? I get to Scry 2, so I wouldn't keep any lands on top. So I think I do keep this land just to pitch to the Boundary Ranger. Because if we do need the land next turn, we can just play it out. Otherwise, it's a fresh card. Okay. Mosswood Dread Knight is a really good value card, so hopefully we can kill him pretty soon. Wow, he's attacking. Can't be a good sign. Song of Totentaz is a great draw. Now the question is, do I just put all my mana into this Totentaz and attack all? Or... because if I attack all, he blocks here. And he takes 5 damage, goes to 4 with a food. And then I still have a Twisted Fealty to get in. Of course, he might have like the +1/+3 untap, in which case he gets to eat my Ranger and a Rat, and I only get in for 4 damage. Hopefully this isn't incorrect, but I think I'm just gonna make 5 rats and I attack with all the rats. Because I think he might have the untap trick. Because it was a little aggressive attacking with the Witch last turn. But maybe he didn't have it and now he has a Dread Knight to block. But again, he was blocking my Ranger most likely. So it's unlikely to matter. Yeah, I think we just try to go for the win. Steal the Witch. Put a Wicked Roll on one of these rats. I actually forgot that he does have a food on the board. But I guess it didn't matter. Because that's game 1 for us. Nice. Okay, game 2. On the play, which is good. But I don't know about this hand. Like, we have 2 early removal spells, but then nothing else to do after. I think I will mulligan this hand. Hand's not much better. Honestly, this hand might be worse. But I don't want to go to 5, so I'll pitch the Twisted Fealty and hopefully we just draw out of this. But having our 2 late game cards in our opening hand is not what we want. Opponent on blue-green. And the Beanstalk on turn 2. Yeah, opponent has a pretty good opening hand, especially if I'm not doing anything. I guess I kind of have to cut in that. Otherwise, I just pass. But again, losing the young hero roll is pretty bad, and you're gonna have 4, potentially 5 mana this turn, so won't be able to kill anything massive, as that was my biggest removal spell. Okay, just a 4/2 Outrider is probably the best we could have hoped for from the opponent. So at least that's good. And next turn we might be able to play out our hand and then cast the Adventure on Hearth Elemental to draw 2 cards. I think I will trade for that. Oh, you can hit him for 7 on the backswing. You know what? I think I'm going to take it and try to go for a little bit of race. A little bit of a race. Because if we draw a Torch the Tower, we could deal with the Outrider really easily. But let's Grand Ball Guest and draw 2 cards. And attack for 7. Yeah, we bottomed our Twisted Fealty, which would be pretty good against a green deck for something like a Glutton. Now I think we have to block because we are not winning this race. Can attack for 5. And if they block, I flick a coin. And if they don't block, I can Rat Catcher Trainee plus Pest Problem. Decided to take the 5. I could also just play the Hearth Elemental instead. So is it better to go wide? Or is it better to just get a 4/5 on the board? I think I'm going to go wide because if he has the 6/6 next turn, like if he decides not to attack and he keeps the 6/6 back, we won't be able to get in with the Elemental anyways. Yep. The race is back on. That is a flick a coin target. And we have a pack wall for our draw. We have 7 mana. We could flick a coin and see what we draw first. If we attack all, he probably chumps the witch, blocks the trainee, and only takes 2 damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with a flick a coin here. More rats. I think I play the Hearth Elemental so I can move the Garb. and swing in for 7. I guess I might as well swing in with the Raz because they can't block. This line does lose to a single removal spell, but looks like he doesn't have it. So that was a very risky line, but it might have paid off. Oh, do I want to chump? Any 3 damage can kill me here. 7, 8, 9. 4, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage on the backswing if I chump. But opponent has 11 health. Again, I'm gonna take the 6 and hope he doesn't have 3 damage in his hand. And if he does, oh well. But I think we have a better chance of just double blocking next turn. But I think I did get a little too aggressive. I could have held back the Sewer Witch and just attacked in with the trainee. That way I could double block the Glutton on this turn. But if he had a combat trick, he would have killed both my creatures and we'd be in a horrible spot anyways. Guess he can fight the Witch. Yeah, that's pretty good. Next turn he gets to put a counter, so he'll have a 7/7 trample. If I attack all, he has to chump with the champion. We'll be left with not enough toughness to block the Glutton. I think we just play the pack and the trainee. I'm gonna attack with the rats to get in for 1 more damage. Yeah, if I attack with both of these, I only have 4 toughness to block, and you'll have a 7/7, which is exact lethal. I think we need to draw like a Sweet Tooth Witch or something. Again, we had a really bad hand to start this game. So I'm just gonna blame it on that. Because we all know my skills are amazing, even though none of you have ever seen me play before. Yeah, I think that's lethal. 11 trample. But maybe he doesn't attack for some reason. Maybe he's like, oh wait, he can just chump block my creatures, then I'll die on the backswing. One time, forget about trample. One time. Okay, now you're just BMing me. Alright, game 2 goes to Trash Mandius. Deserved it. Deserved it. See you guys at game 3. Okay, game 3 with a much better hand than the last game, so we will keep that. We are, of course, looking for at least 1 more land to play out these 2 spells. Hopefully we draw it by next turn. Otherwise, I guess we can just play the boundary land ranger, but that's a lot worse than playing one of these, which will trigger the celebration. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think I'll attack in. Pretend like I got something. It called my bluff. Yeah, I guess I'll play the Boundary Ranger over the Battle Garb. Again, not drawing a land is brutal here. Blue black doesn't have too many combat tricks, so I don't mind attacking here. Just play this as a 2-1. Again, a little unfortunate. We have the Witch in our hand. Without the third mana source, I think it's just right to get this out. Wow. Alright, we finally found third mana. But Italian on 2 is really brutal for us, as I think it also checks power or toughness, so pretty much all our spells will draw him a card and make us lose 2 life. I guess I could steal it this turn and get in for 5 damage, 6, 7, 8 damage potentially. But yeah, I mean, if we hit our lands, we might have had a chance, but that's going to be really, really tough to beat. So I think our plan is to play the Thief and then hopefully next turn draw a land for the Witch. So that might have been their splash. Maybe they're blue-green splashing the Lord. Another good card. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. So much value for 2 mana. Basically makes a 3/3 and a food. Did not draw land for the Witch. Guess we just play pack and pass. At least it doesn't draw them any cards. Even with 17 lands, we're screwing a little bit. Opponent over there sacking lands, just flexing on me. Wow. Yep. Also really bad for me. Damn. Another Agatha champion to ruin our day. Again, if we had more mana, we could like Twisted Filthy the champion, kill the island, get in for a bunch of damage. but we don't have the mana. So all we can do is cry. Yeah, I really can't see what a line that can lead us to victory here. Especially because they get to make a food next turn. But I guess our best play is to play as many creatures as we can. And then try to kill him with the fealty plus torch. Again, I lose 2 life and he draws a card here. There's really nothing I can do. Oh, he already got the food, so I guess to put counters or something. Picklock Prankster also having Vigilance is really huge for them. So we're dead in the air. So I'm just going to try to go for the Twisted Fealty plus tower play and just hope it's lethal somehow. But it looks like they have a counter spell up anyways. And because I think they have a counter, I'm going to do this right now. Let's just quickly go through the motions and see if it's lethal, because we're going to die on the backswing anyways. All those lands I wanted. He didn't counter, which means this fealty will resolve. And I guess I want to spread out my damage as much as possible, so I'll put the Wicked roll on the rat. I don't think this is anywhere near lethal. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep. Well, actually it was closer than I thought, but 1-2 start is not great, but hopefully we can rattle off a few more wins. Okay, game 3. Not on the play, but an all right hand. So I think we do keep this. Turn 1 spear guard by the opponent. I don't think we torched that just yet. I guess I will torch that, and in case we draw a 2-drop next turn. No 2-drop. Hopefully they play another 2-attack or 2 toughness creature that we can kill with this Gingerbread Hunter. Otherwise we could probably just trade with the Witch. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just like killing that right now before we can have any combat trick. Yeah. Oh, he could have the Monster's Rage. Okay, it paused for a second. So maybe he has a Torch the Tower of its own, which makes the Witch a little bit awkward. I could just play this as a 3/3. But if possible, I would like to get the Deadly Ride value and return a creature from my graveyard to my hand. But because I do think he has the Torch, I think a 3/3 is better. Oh, he could just Torch the Horseman instead. Okay. Let's play the witch out. I do expect this just to die here. Okay. It lived, which is good. I will take 2 more damage. Catapult. I guess we try to race, make 4 rats here. Probably should have blocked the witch there since I was tapped out. When it took a little bit of extra damage there. Yep. So maybe they saved it for the extra damage from the bolt. Again, no creatures in our yard for our horsemen because the Quartzatile, on top of everything else it does for 1 mana, it also exiles. So I probably will have to play that as a 3/3 if I don't draw anything else next turn. Horsemen of their own. Okay, I guess we attack all. Because that is happening no matter what. With 3 mana, I'm not too worried about them killing me. So I think I'm just gonna... Well, I could either play 2 more rats plus a trainee. Or I could play the horseman plus the 2/1. Which is a little safer, but less value. You know what, we're not getting any creatures in our yard. So I think I do like that. Well, the other route, I play 2/1/1s. I play out the 2/1 and I trade and then get it back. But I think this is just safer. Best draw is our 3/4 witch that puts a wicked roll on all our rats. So hopefully we can just top deck that. If you're listening to me, game, I would really appreciate it. If you can give me some luck and, you know, hook me up. Yo, I'll get you back later. I'll get you back later, I promise. Just hook me up good this one time. The ping from the catapult. It's probably counting out some damage while I'm tapped out of the food. Doesn't mean he has another torch. Okay, just a spear guard. Okay, so maybe he shouldn't have tapped that bolt. Could attack with the horseman. Okay, say I steal the rat and I swing out. They have 2 blockers. 4, 7, 8, 9. We are attacking for a lethal. So they have to block at least one of our guys. And on the... But they still get a rat back. On the backswing, they'll have 2, 3, 4 damage. They only have 4 damage on the backswing, 3 mana. We do take 1 from the wicked roll, so we'll be at 6, effectively 9. They have 4 damage. The other option is, yeah, I think I'm okay with this. So I think they actually go to 1 here. Oh, 2, but I don't lose the roll. I thought I lost the roll there. And I think it's safest to keep open my food over playing the thief. That way we don't just lose to a removal spell. And I guess I did a miscount. They have 5 damage here. But not attacking with everything is a good sign. Gonna sacrifice the food before taking any more damage. Just a merry parts, and that's 3 blockers to our 5 attackers. So I think that's lethal. And we'll be taking this game. Honestly, this feels like a lot of work for a 2-2. But that's just magic, baby. Okay, see you next game. Okay, game 5. 2-2. I think I'd be pretty happy if this deck went 3-3. So let's try and do that. So give me the Hopeless Nightmare here or hold up Torch the Tower. I think I'm going to use the Torch the Tower on their Scavenger. So I could just play the Hopeless Nightmare right now. But again, the Hopeless Nightmare gets better as the game goes on, as they have less options to discard. But I will play it, because we can also bargain it away. And scry too with the Torch the Tower that's already in our hand. Another green-black deck. I think that's one of our like worst matchups as an aggressive red-black deck. So things are not looking great. But again, we do have a nice torch. I meant to should put a pause on my upkeep, because I knew I was going to torch that. But I think I still torch and bargain here. Just that we have no follow-up. It's pretty awkward here. Yeah, let's just bargain and try to set up our draws next turn. Yeah, if I did this before my draw, I might have hit something to play this turn. So next turn I have 4 mana. Pretty awkward draws. So I could play Rat Training and equip the Garb. But because opponent didn't do anything, I'm going to start with attacking. And I'm probably just going to Rat Trainee on their turn. Scream Puff is pretty damn good for them. 4, 6, 7, 8 damage with the fealty. 8 damage with the fealty. 9 damage. I guess we get to play. We got a Wicked roll. That's pretty bad for me here. I think I might have to take a hit from that screen puff and just develop up my board a little bit. Oh, actually I don't have double red. Oops. Yeah, this green puff might kill us. Kind of need him to like tap out or something fat. That's definitely about it. Another swamp. It's absolutely brutal. Could like flip a coin plus torch the Greta. Just have too much HP right now though on the board. And I don't really have a way of dealing with that puff ever. The one red mana is pretty brutal here. I think we do just need them to make some kind of mistake. Like that, because now he's tapped out of food mana. Wow, okay, I think we win now. 2, 4, 5, 6, yeah. That was way too aggressive by the opponent. Alright, I'm just actually completely surprised we took that game. I thought we were dead for sure after that screen puff hit the board, but sometimes your opponent plays just as sloppy as you do. So yeah, we're 3-3, and we actually get another game with this deck, so see you in that game. Okay, I said we're 3-3, and I meant to say we are 3-2. Hands great, except for the Somnophagy. The Faji is always ruining our hands, but we're on the play, and we got a 2-drop and some interaction. Hopefully we just draw something to do on turn 3 and ride that to victory. Still, I'm incredibly surprised that we won that last game. No turn 3 play does suck. We'll say that. I even would have been okay with a garb or something. But nothing we can do about that. Opponent pausing with 2 mana. So maybe they just have a combat trick of some sort. I like seeing that on turn 3 because it doesn't really impact the board. I accidentally went to combat too fast and I missed 1 damage. The celebration would have to give that +1/+1 and trample. Got a little too excited. I know I won 1 game, so I gotta calm down. Yeah, that's a good draw. We can torch that out of the way and just start smacking with some rats. Unless they have a royal treatment. I think I'm going to save the Totem Tons for that turn. Again, the sloppy plays continues, because in response to that, I could have just torched again. So this is some pretty poor play you guys are seeing. But again, we're not in that bad of a spot here. We can still torch away the Outrider. But opponent is definitely popping off with this Uprising here. We do lose our rat. But we also get to scry one. Yes, please. So I think we just make 4 rats, swing out with all. We lose a 3/3, but next turn we get to put a wicked roll on each one of our rats. So I don't even mind losing that. Plus, plus our Sfaji is a 1/1. Damn, they do have this uprising is very good in their deck, I will say that. But I think we're just gonna kill him here. That's another way to just kill him as well, right? But this is so much cooler. Gotta make sure it's actually lethal. Yeah, I think it's lethal. Wait. I'm gonna go for the cool play. And I'm glad that one time we got to do the song plus Twisted Witch combo, as we did talk about it, or at least we mentioned it during the drafting portion. Yep, that feels great. All right. Very quick game there, and now we are 4-3. See you in the next match. Okay. Opponent going first, but we have an okay hand. We have a 2 and a 3. The Twisted Fealty. The Twisted Fealty is obviously not going to be useful till late in the game. And it's like this might be like first time drawing this Grotto. Forgot it was even in our deck. I think I saved this because I don't really know what I'm looking for. So I like to save the scry until we know what we want. But like here, I know I don't really want more land, so I could play it. But I think I'm just gonna go with the Ranger. I'm sorry, I think I'm just gonna go with a non-grotto land. Because another land wouldn't be the end of the world. But opponent is definitely curving out on us. I mean, we actually have the grotto to mill either them or ourselves before, and maybe the Summon of Age might do some work for once. But it looks like we're just gonna go Sweet Tooth Witch and pass. Opponent might have 5 mana next turn. That's why I like the Thief so much. Like, it triggers Celebration, it fixes, and it ramps. Plus a 2/3 blocks early pretty well. Just solid. Just a solid common. No touchy. So he obviously has something. How okay am I by losing my boundary to a combat trick? I guess if they have a combat trick, our horsemen can block better. And if they have nothing, our can actually play this out as a 2/2. In addition to getting back the Boundary Ranger. Yeah, I think that's okay. Just playing 2/2s on, or if we bring back our Boundary Ranger, I guess this becomes a 1/1. And I don't want to draw any more land, so I think I will play this. That's good. So I'd like just bringing back the Ranger and playing it out, because the opponent doesn't have too much pressure right now. So if this trades for the Troublemaker, oof, that's totally fine with me. Especially because he didn't have any combat tricks, or I assume they have no combat tricks because they didn't play any last turn. Another mana means they might have a better play this turn, though. 2 mana, 3/3. Wow. Oh shit. Oh shoot. That is a huge issue. I think I'm gonna mill them 4 and just play out the Somnophage. Hitting no creatures is pretty bad. I was hoping to hit like 2 creatures or something, and this becomes a 5/5, which can attack into the Johan, Mr. Godric. This is probably not gonna end up well for me. But I mean, that was gonna get our torch to tower anyways. So again, not much we could do about that. The question here is, do I want to play like Horseman and hold up the tower, or do I want to play Horseman and Trainee? No, I think I just play the Horseman and hold up the torch to tower here. Okay. Go to 4. Either way we go to 4, right? Because if we take 6 and save the food... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I think I need to do this in response, so it doesn't become a 4/4. But looks like we're still going to 1. Sewer Witch does not save us. If we play this, he has 3 attackers and we die. We cannot play both of these. So I think we lose. Well, I'm pretty certain we lose, but maybe he doesn't attack and we can sneak in another win. But this is looking like the end of our draft. I don't know how they did it. They saw the line. Absolute geniuses. But that was 5 wins, 3 losses, I believe. And for this deck, I think that was pretty good. Again, we were lacking on a lot of the 2-drops. And we didn't have any hard removal for any big things that got in the way. But hopefully everything is okay with this video, unlike my first one, and you guys are actually watching this on YouTube. Looks like I overhyped myself as well. We're actually only 4-3, but still, 1400 is basically our draft pack. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.